Randcast teaser. Wednesday, July 13th, huh?
Yeah.
Almost mid-month. So I think what we should talk about, what we need to talk about in the teaser is fucking Intemperance is up on Patreon. Please subscribe to our Patreon. You got to see Intemperance. It was our big show taping for the month of July, and it was fucking outstanding. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but the most outstanding part was that championship matchup. It was a heavyweight title match, honestly.
Yeah.
Between Jose Acosta and Shamshay. The story behind it is fucking really unbelievable. I challenge any wrestling company in the world right now to have a caliber of that match.
Yeah, unbelievable. Some saying Jose going for the gold. 2 out of 3 falls. A little bit of a controversial finish. However, still your champion, Jose Acosta.
Yeah.
What a tremendous match, though. Those guys laid it all on the line.
Oh, I worked their asses off.
You know, halfway through the year, probably the best match of the year so far.
Hard working, innovation. 2 guys that went out there and just made motherfucking art.
Yeah, and they were trying, you know, it was all on the line. Both men trying like hell to beat each other.
Yep.
Like, I mean, just tooth and nail. Trying to cross that finish line before the other guy. Unbelievable, you know, intestinal fortitude by both competitors.
Legit. No fucking work. Legit. Shoot. I don't think...
Nobody works harder than that.
If AEW could do something like this with people that you actually kind of knew, you know, you'd be swinging from their nuts, you know.
Yeah.
But don't forget, we don't have that media platform. But what we do have is our YouTube channel, so I'm asking you to like and subscribe there. And also stream us on Patreon. I don't understand this, like, now all of a sudden, it used to be customary for everybody, like, any company that's worth their salt in the smart fans' eyes, stream their shit.
Yeah.
Fight TV, Pivot Share, and everybody was, all the fans and indie guys that are really the fans, were into that. And all of a sudden it's end the paywall, man. Like, what do you think? Like, this stuff can be presented for nothing or next to nothing? Why?
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of entitlement, but that's just a whole nother realm that I just can't understand, you know? Half you indie guys that are fans, you know what's up. You got to sell tickets to get booked more than half the time.
But, you know, I'd like to just take a step out of, you know, being in the business and put myself into a fan standpoint. As far as pure wrestling is concerned, I'll put those matches that we had on Saturday night up against anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, just the heart. If I was just, you know, sometimes I got to do that, take myself out of, you know, a worker sense, and put myself in the seat, put myself in front of the screen, the computer screen or the phone screen.
Yeah.
What would I want to see as a pure wrestling fan? The work that these guys are putting in is unbelievable.
And
I
the
think
other
it's second
part
to
about
none,
us is, you know, the other part is there's fucking always, everything's different.
Yeah.
You know? There's nothing cookie cutter on our roster. There's nobody cookie cutter on our roster. Everything's different. Every match is different. You know? You know, from the tag team match, which is unbelievable, the concept match, the creativity, how hard those guys work, to Marcus and Rosie, to the 6-man tag. I mean...
Yeah, the 6-man tag, the hair versus hair, all those, I mean, they were all great matches.
Charlie Hustle really brought it
Yeah.
Against Brandon Campbell, and shoot, Sancho busted his thumb in the first 5 minutes of that match. And then those two just fucking tore the house down for the remaining of a 30-minute Iron Man match.
And, you know, kudos to Pancho. I mean, there's a guy that's doing everything. He's putting his body on the line to win, you know? I mean, he's putting it all out there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes things happen. This
Yeah.
is wrestling, you know?
Yep.
But, I mean, that's also, I mean, that's to put over Sensei versus Jose. They had to follow all that and still put on a main event match that was still better than everything else, and everything else was great.
So, you know, be a part of this shit.
Yeah.
If you love wrestling, you aren't going to invest any better money on streaming than you are streaming our shit on Patreon. Watch these guys now. Watch them develop. That's what I'm really most proud of, you know.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget, like, subscribe, and pro wrestling tees, you know. I've got to get on that. We need help. We need help. We need resources, you know, to properly monetize what the hell we're doing. But help us not to take our pro wrestling tees relationship for granted. It's Premier Pro Wrestling on Pro Wrestling Tees. Only place you can get our official merchandise. If you don't know these guys, I know that a lot of you out there collect wrestling company t-shirts, and we've got some great designs, our great original designs. All right, then, we're going to go to the podcast, which is going to be on the paywall, man, on our Patreon, Premier Pro Wrestling on Patreon. Today we're going to talk about the highest rated television era for TNA Impact, and what I've heard from thousands of fans, hundreds of fans, the most compelling era of TNA Impact on Spike TV, and that's when old Rand was production manager. We've got some stories and stuff that you won't get anywhere else, and things that I guarantee you didn't know, because some of the things I forget to talk about. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell. Randcast.